idea for this video came from a friend of mine, Christmas Sorrow. I'm sorry it took so long to get this out, but here it is. When you look on social media, you'll see a lot of athletes, competitors getting soft tissue work done with a tool, which is awesome. I love the fact that the importance of getting adhesion and scar tissue broken up is getting out there. The problem is, when is a tool appropriate and when is it not? You will see these providers that they're gloved up, they've got a handlebar, they're just raking someone's hamstring or their quad. Again, I'm happy they're paying attention to soft tissue work, but I'm not happy that they're not using effective tools to do that soft tissue work. So when is a tool appropriate? We have three main rules when using a tool. One, you can only get 1 inch of depth. So if you have a bigger muscle, like a quad for instance, you can't generate good tension with a tool because you can only get about 1 inch deep with it. So if you've got a big bodybuilder with huge quads that's getting his quad raked by some Graston provider, that's not effective treatment because you're not getting to the depth of the majority of that quad. But knowing that, where would a tool be an excellent place to work? Forearms, feet. Those are the two major ones. You can get really good, effective treatment in those regions. Other things you want to take into consideration, it kind of piggybacks on that 1 inch of depth, but areas with little fat or other structure. So obviously if you have somebody with more fatty tissue, you can only get 1 inch of depth. You lose a lot of that depth with having to work through fat. So that's part of it. So you can't get effective treatment if you have somebody with a lot of fat, adipose tissue. But the other thing is there's other structures in the way. The fact that there are providers out there that think they are treating things like a psoas or iliacus or subscap in the armpit with a tool is just silly. With psoas, you've got to work through abdominal contents. You're not jabbing an instrument, creating any tension against anything that's safe or effective in that case. You've got to work through the intestines. That's just silly. And if you think you're jabbing an instrument into someone's armpit, actually getting to their subscapularis where that rests with all the blood vessels and nerves that sit in that area, you're nuts. And then fiber direction. You need to be treating muscles that lay in line with the direction of the treatment stroke that you're going to do. So if you take the upper back, for instance, you have, if you wanted to treat the erectors that run through the upper back, you have the rhomboid and the trap, which run in a different direction. You can't deliver effective treatment if the rhomboid and trap are here and then you have deep to those erectors. You have to work through a fiber or a muscle that's running in the wrong direction. You're not going to get effective treatment with that. So I hope this clears up a lot for you guys. The answer is the tool can be extremely effective in certain situations. Like I said, forearms, hands, bottom of the foot. It is absolutely an awesome tool to use, but there are just other things that you absolutely have to use hands for. And despite things looking so awesome on social media, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, wherever you see this stuff, you're like, oh, this guy's going so hardcore, there's all this bruising going on. It's exactly what it is. Bruising, you are busting up superficial blood vessels, so people are bruising. That's not effective treatment. That's a waste of time, money, and energy, and unnecessary suffering that person has to go through while all that stuff needs to heal up and rebuild. If you have any questions, send me a message. Have an awesome day, guys.